Hi, I'm Anthony from bestbluesguitarlessonsonline.com. In this video we will talk about what the first thing is as a beginner blues guitarist that you should learn. And we should always start to take precautions and to build up things in a logical way if you're new to playing blues guitar. That's why we will first look at this. It's a classical blues riff that everyone from Stevie Ray Vaughan to Eric Clapton plays, and we need to know also how to play it and where to start. There are multiple things that are important that you should know about if you're starting as a blues guitarist, starting out for the very first time. And we will talk about all the essential things here in this video. And while I'm explaining them, you can try them out on your guitar as well, because if you're looking at such a riff like the one we played here, it's important that you know on which strings to play, how to practice it, and so on. So I will explain. My first finger here is fretted on the D string, 2nd fret, and then my ring finger, my 3rd finger, or even pinky finger, the 4th finger, can play at the 4th fret on this same D string. And we're starting out with also looking at the right hand, and I'm fretting here to start out only the 2nd fret. And instead of playing only that D string here, which is a mistake that a lot of beginners make, they play this riff with only one string, as I'm going to hit multiple strings, I'm going to hit the A and the D string simultaneously. So this is the first thing that you need to get from this riff. It's basically a power chord here that we're playing, and we're playing it twice, 2 times in a row. And then the second thing, if you're able to do this, is then to go to the 4th fret. Again, you can choose between the ring finger and the pinky finger. There are advantages to both, which I won't go really deep into here because we want to get you playing as fast as possible. So here we're gonna then fret the 4th fret on the D string, and then I'm doing the same with the right hand again. I'm hitting the strings 2 times in a row. All right. And we want to make a continuous loop of this. So we want to be able to play the 2 times 2nd fret, 2 times 4th fret. So this would sound like this then. And there are a couple of important things you should know as a beginner on guitar. So basically, if we play in this kind of rhythm, it is not really common for most musical styles, the type of rhythm we're playing now. It's called a shuffle rhythm, because I'm not playing this, which is called a straight rhythm. I'm playing this typical shuffle rhythm for the blues, where I'm hitting the first 2 notes, and then I'm making sure they sound longer than the second 2 notes. So I'm playing here this. And no, for this example, I didn't go to the 4th fret with the pinky or the ring finger here, but I did play the shuffle rhythm. And it's a good exercise to be able to practice this shuffle rhythm, which is so common in blues guitar playing, by only looking at the right hand. And this is really a methodology that is common for pianists to study both hands in isolation, and then study the left hand, study the right hand, and then do both together. But as guitarists, we also want to shred and play difficult things, and we mess up a lot by doing this. So it's a great practice method to study both hands independently first and then bring them together. So that's why you can play the rhythms here using this hand to mute all the strings so they sound dead. And then the shuffle rhythm would be played like this. And if you think as a Morse code, it's long, short, long, short, long, short. So we're playing one longer note and then a shorter note. And then again long, so it's long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. So this is great to get acquainted with the shuffle rhythm. And then if you compare it to the straight rhythm is long, 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 or well, equally as long as the second hit we're doing here. And what a lot of people in the beginning struggle with is tapping their foot while they play. And even though people that play for years and years might have still that problem because they never acquainted themselves with how to tap the foot while playing. So isolating this hand makes it easier to tap the foot with, while you play. But there's also a video that goes much more in depth in this topic. So if you have any trouble tapping the foot while you play guitar, check out that video on the channel about how to tap your foot while playing. So we won't get much deeper in this video into this topic, because we basically want to work on the shuffle. But it's important to understand if we have the 4/4 time signature, which is really common in most contemporary styles, is that is the most common time signature. And the most important part to understand about this 4/4 time signature is that we have 4 beats per measure, and we can tap out the 4 beats with the foot. So if you're playing the straight rhythm, we're essentially playing an 8-note rhythm here. So 8-note rhythm means that per measure, per 4 beats, we're playing 8 notes. So with a little math, we know that per beat we play 2 notes. So we play. So I'm tapping my foot, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I'm playing. Per tap with the foot, I'm playing twice on the muted strings here. With the shuffle rhythm, we would do the same thing, but then we play a long and a short note, if you remember from the other moment. So if you think about the Morse code, we have long, short, long, short. So this is the shuffle rhythm here. So the beat is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the rhythm. And once you get acquainted with all of this, we can bring back the left hand again, or we can even go into a bit more detail, because a lot of beginners, as I explained at the beginning of the video, make the mistake of only playing this essential blues riff with the D string, and then it sounds like this. But it should sound like this. This is because the right hand isn't accurate enough in the beginning, so we can build more accuracy over this picking hand while just muting the strings and then isolating this hand. So just hitting the strings here on the 5th and the 4th string would be like this. Or with the straight rhythm. And then we can do the same thing with here the 5th and the 4th string. Chances are you are going to want to take it a notch down, and then instead of going with this speed, go with a much slower speed. Or even slower if this feels too fast. And a good practice method as beginner, and even if you're playing for years and years still, to get acquainted with some things that are challenging for you, is to practice and no tempo, is to practice a slow motion, really, and is to think you're in space and you just have to practice it like. And if there's anything too challenging on the guitar, I bet you can play it in slow motion. And if you can play it in slow motion, you probably can build up a bit more speed, while of course going through the amount of repetitions that we as guitarists need to make. So this is the first riff played fully with shuffle rhythm. And now I played 2 measures of this riff because I tapped my foot 8 times while playing 8 notes. So 8 notes per measure means for the 2 measures I hit the string 16 times. And then for the straight rhythm it would be the same if we play 2 measures of the straight rhythm, but instead of this long short as in the shuffle rhythm, I'm playing equally as long notes for each stroke here. Alright, so what to do next? Once you get all of this under your fingers, you want to go to my website bestbluesguitarlessonsonline.com. If you tried out these examples, you will see them written out in tablature with many other examples in my free to download blues guitar ebook. It's called How to Play Blues Rhythm Guitar Like the Masters. And it's a free download. You can get it on bestbluesguitarlessonsonline.com. Also, if you're a beginner and you like this, or even if you're playing for years and years, I have a personalized master blues guitar lessons program. So if you want to really get good at blues guitar playing, you want to check out the program. It's called Master Blues Guitar Lessons Program. It's an online blues guitar course that's personalized to your needs. So I have people from all over the world taking that course. Some people are playing for 20 plus years, some people are just starting out, so you might want to check this program because I personalize it to your playing level. So if you're just starting out, we work around rhythm and lead guitar playing, but we do it in a way so we get good over time and you build this solid foundation you need as a blues guitarist.